What's going on, Colts Nation? I appreciate you joining me for another video where today I want to talk a little bit about the Colts offensive line, right? Things have not gone well for the Colts over these first 2 weeks. I feel like there's been just so many of the videos just talking about the things that are wrong, right? Because there's not really much going right for the Colts. So it's not really anything positive to talk about. This week I felt it, right? I felt it. I just want you guys to know, like, if you're watching and that's how you feel, like, I feel it. But there's not a whole lot of good to come from. But the offensive line has been great up to this point, and we've mentioned that here on this channel, right? The offensive line doing their part in week one. In some of these stats, because of how we ran the ball in week one and didn't have great efficiency on offense in week one, I thought some of the numbers would be a little more down than they are. But offensive line, again, doing pretty spectacular through the first 2 weeks of the season. Getting this information partly from Stampede Blue, partly from PFF. So what we're looking at here is the fact that whether it's pass or run, Colts offensive line top three in both in terms of pass block win rate, run block win rate, and pass blocking 74%, which is third in the NFL. Run block win rate at 77%, which is first in the NFL. Now you look at the Packers game, 12 carries, 103 yards for Jonathan Taylor. I'd be interested to know, do they count the plays where Anthony's dropping back to pass and he ends up running? Do they count those as runs? Do those count as pass block wins? Like, how does that work out? I'm not exactly sure, but however it goes and however they're looking at it, hey, Colts offensive line, I'll take it, man. We need positives where we can take it, and when you watch the games, if you watch it back and you're looking at the film and you're watching how the offensive line is operating, just impressive work. They've done really good, especially in the passing, right? When you look at what they've been able to do with Anthony Richardson dropping back, right? This last game, he dropped back 32 times. We allowed 5 pressures. I think we've let up 12 pressures through 2 games, I think was the number. It'll be somewhere through here as we continue to look down. Pardon the interruption. I just want to let you guys know how much I appreciate you stopping by the channel. And I also want to say that when I look at the analytics, 50% of the people that come by and watch this channel are not subscribed. So as Peyton's telling you to do here, hit that subscribe button right now. Turn those notifications on so you get notified when any videos come out. Now, if you need any further proof of why you need to subscribe, when you look at the numbers, 62.4% of the views on this channel over the last month have come from people that are not subscribed to the channel. So again, if you're one of those people, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you so much, and let's get back into the video. But the offensive line only letting up 5 pressures on 36 dropbacks is great. That's exactly what we've wanted, right? Especially after 2022 and Matt Ryan never had any more than like a second and a half to even do anything. It's not like Matt Ryan was great for us anyways and would have been great for us. But nonetheless, the offensive line went in the tank. Right, Will Fries, that was his first year starting for us. He wasn't great. That was Quentin Nelson and Ryan Kelly's worst year. I believe that was Bernie's rookie year, right? And he was kind of in and out of the lineup, or maybe that was just a year he was figuring it out. Whatever the case may be, like since 2022, the growth we've seen from the offensive line, I think has been really good. Braden Smith coming back has been a really important piece for us. He looks like Braden Smith again, which is great. In the limited time that we saw from last year, of course, he was dealing with injuries, but he just wasn't himself, which scares me. He's currently dealing with a bit of an injury, and he's going to be able to play. He's not even questionable. He is going to play. But with injuries, already happening after week 2 for him, and him popping up on the injury report, just going forward, something to look for. But nonetheless, again, the offensive line been doing their thing. Right guard Will Fries continued his strong form, and this is straight from PFF here. Right guard Will Fries continued his strong form, surrendering just 1 pressure and no sacks or quarterback hits against the Packers. His 84.1 PFF pass blocking grade tied for a team high mark. Fries has a 90.6 PFF overall grade after 2 weeks, which ranks second among all NFL guards. 90.6. That is crazy how good he is now. Obviously, everything that we're talking about, yeah, it's not translating to wins at this point. And that's the rest of the offense, right? Anthony, obviously needing to make the right decisions. But I thought it was a good note here. And let me make sure. I want to see who the author is on all of this. And it's Luke Schultheis. I'm probably saying that wrong. I want to get it's Stampede. Stampede Blue. And I'm looking at this on their website, and one of the notes that he had put in here was something that he got from NFL Next Gen Stats, which is that Richardson has had the third longest time to throw from the pocket at 3.1 seconds, trailing only Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray. Now, all three of those guys are able to create time for themselves, which Anthony definitely does. His pocket presence is incredible. So even when the pocket does start to push on him, he's able to maneuver in a way that keeps the pressure off of him, which helps the offensive line at the end of the day and helps these numbers, right? But 3.1 seconds to throw, and when you look at that, just like Luke is saying here, given the ample time to throw, Richardson has often gone deep for better or for worse. So, the explosive plays obviously in week 1 were there. Even though he got hurried more times in week 1 than in week 2, he was able to hit those bombs down the field, right? He threw almost twice as much in the Packers game, right? And was able to have, really better stats in week 1. So coming into it, we have to find the best of both worlds from a total offense. I think with Josh Downs coming back, we're going to be able to figure some of that stuff out. And I think with the way the offensive line is playing, you have Jonathan Taylor back there again, who just went 12 carries, 103. And the Packers, traditionally not great at stopping the run with Matt LaFleur as their head coach. And with the defensive coordinator that they've had there, they have a new one this year. But nonetheless, the Colts, because the offensive line, they can win in the trenches so often, that can help us be successful on offense. We just need to execute and hit the layups on offense. Hopefully, defensively, going up against the Bears' offensive line this week, which has struggled mightily this season, hopefully we can start winning in the trenches on that side of the ball. It's obviously going to be tougher with DeForest Buckner out, but hopefully Latu's able to play. He's questionable, not ruled out, so hopefully he's able to be there. But this week, huge week. Need the offensive line to continue to carry us. Need us to just execute coming in this game. So you let me know how you feel about the offensive line. What do you think about any of this? You let me know down in the comment section. Of course, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you continue to get notified anytime we have any more videos coming out on this channel. Of course, I appreciate you stopping by for another video. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.